He shouldn't win. I didn't want him to win. Yeah, you can do it, babe. Come on. I flinched out of my thoughts when my best friend cheered the loudest for her boyfriend Leo, who unfortunately turned out to be in the same team with him. Both teams were at the same score. The last basket was going to decide the winner. I crossed my fingers, praying to every god to not let him win. Please do not win, I whispered to myself, but as if he heard my thoughts from far away, his head snapped towards me, followed by a wink in my direction. My jaw dropped into another universe. Did he just wink at me in the middle of a huge crowd where people are noticing everything? I glared, mouthing jerk at him, and he dared to chuckle. Oh my dear Lord. Earlier, I was feeling a little bad for praying for his defeat, but now I really wanted him to lose the match. Both teams battled to score the last basket. My heart was beating in my mouth as I struggled to remain seated. Just like the over so excited people in the crowd, I too rose to my feet. My heart pounded as Leo effortlessly passed the ball to him, the designated rich brat of the campus, John Jungkook. He was infuriatingly handsome, undoubtedly smart, and highly competitive. The most attractive thing about him was that he was good at legit everything, as if defeat, failure, surrender never existed in his dictionary. And the most annoying thing about him was that he was good at everything. His competitive ass would find ways to mess with me, and I, being brought up as a strong woman by my mother, would never cower in front of him. Yes, we were rivals. Yes, I hated his guts. Yes, I hated to see him win. And most importantly, I hated how he would buzz around me, flaunting his achievements. Stinky bubblegum. The chain of my thoughts broke when the crowd burst out into loud cheers. I looked around in a daze, trying to make sense of reality. But then I saw Jungkook's team jumping around in circles, and suddenly it all made sense. Oh my god, I can't believe this. Leo's team won. She jumped around in happiness before launching herself into my arms. I smiled as I embraced her excitement wholeheartedly. Congratulations, I chuckled when she swayed me side to side. She was so in love with Leo, and I was so happy that she had someone who reciprocated it. All the sacrifices I made are worth it. Now we can bunk classes, go on dates, watch movies. We can do everything without him leaving midway to practice. I'm so happy. She squealed, parting away. I chuckled at her excitement. Well, I wouldn't spoil my mood by thinking that Leo had stolen my best friend. As long as he was being a gentleman to her, it was fine for me. Okay, you stay back for Leo. I need to leave. I informed as I reached for my bag in haste. I needed to get out before he could get a chance to face me. Hey, but where? Stay with me, please. Also, I bet Jungkook would be happy after seeing you. She nudged my shoulder, her lips twitching into a smirk. I rolled my eyes. Seriously? Jungkook? Hell no. No thanks, I'll pass. I have better things to do than dealing with his bullshit. See you around. I flung my bag on my shoulders and stormed off before she could use her best friend's privileges. I grinned as I successfully managed to escape. I would leave now and wouldn't show my face till tomorrow. Perfect. Or maybe not. Hey, Miss Spitfire. My feet froze midway. My grip tightened on the straps of my bag. No way. He caught me. Damn my life. If I pretended that I didn't hear him and continued walking, I could still escape, right? And that was what I did. I jogged forward, pretending like I was gone deaf and couldn't hear him calling me. My pace fastened, and so did his footsteps after me. Couldn't he just leave me alone? I was still walking fast when suddenly he slid past me and stopped just in front of me, making me halt in my track. Escaping, huh? He mocked breathlessly, narrowing his eyes at me. I swallowed a lump and cleared my throat. Escaping from who? I was just going somewhere. I feigned indifference. He touched and folded his arms across his chest. For a moment, I let my gaze wander over his chiseled torso. The blue t-shirt clung to his sweat sleek chest, highlighting every hard ridge. The folded arms didn't help further. They only buffed his already toned torso and his muscular biceps. So you're saying you didn't hear me screaming your name thrice? Sure you were going somewhere? He tilted his head, a smug look crossing his face, and I knew I was caught in my own lie. I don't have time for your little games. I have some work. I tried to walk past him, but he blocked my way. Oh, this was going to be so difficult. What do you want, John Jungkook? I looked up at him, given our very obvious height difference. He leaned down enough to meet my eyes. Then, with a proud grin, he uttered, I won the match. This had me gripping the straps even tighter. I was doomed. So, what do you want me to do? Clap for you? I mocked with a tight-lipped smile. Though my stomach coiled with nervousness, I was grateful that I had mastered the art to act aloof. His grin slowly faltered, leaving behind a ghost of smile on his lips. He didn't reply, just stared at me in silence. I wondered if he could read through my facade and detect my anxiety. I hope he couldn't. Fine, congratulations on your win, Mr. John Jungkook. Now move out of my way. I have to be somewhere. I again tried to move past him, but he wasn't ready to let go. Oh, what? Did you really forget? Or you are deliberately playing ignorant? I won't mind reminding you though. My heart dropped in my stomach. This was what I feared the most, being powerless in front of him. And I knew I was so done as I gave him a chance to have an upper hand. Your silence is saying you do remember what I am referring to. I sighed, deciding to let go of my little act. He wouldn't let it go until he got what he wanted. I left the straps and crossed my arms across my chest, as if the posture would help me gain my composure. Speak up, what do you want me to do? I watched as his face broke into a wide grin at that. I never expected one day I would be standing in front of John Jungkook, entertaining his petty games after losing a bet with him. So, the bet was you would do anything I say if I win the match. Anything I must repeat. Are you sure you are ready for that? I let out an exasperated sigh. Couldn't he just get over it without drama? Yeah, but I hope you remember your limits. I won't do anything unhinged if that's what you are thinking. Remember, I can break your nose the same way I shatter your ego. He chuckled, pressing a hand over his chest. Dramatic much. There you are, Miss Spitfire. That's what draws me towards you. This fire-spitting mouth of yours. I hated to admit that his words made me feel something in the pit of my stomach. He had a way with words that had my brain spiraling in another horizon every single time. Be quick, you are wasting my precious time. Why? You are so eager to get rid of me now. He chuckled, but when I didn't reply, he cleared his throat. Go on a date with me, a dinner date tomorrow night. My mind went blank. I blinked once, twice, thrice. For a moment, I thought I heard something wrong, but his words kept echoing in my ears. What? My voice came out as a breathless whisper. Wow, I didn't know John Jungkook affected me in a way that I had lost my voice over a few words. I wanted to take you out tonight itself, but the team wants me to join them for dinner. So tomorrow? And you can deny. After all, you are a woman of your word, aren't you, Miss Fitfire? I blinked as he ruffled my hair before running away. He knew I disliked it when someone touched my hair, but he still did it. But unlike other times, I didn't spit curses at him, and I was surprised at it. Guess the proposal of a dinner date made me lose my mind. The bet was a bad idea, and I could foresee myself losing my sanity because of him. Oh heavens, protect me. Hey, she sang loudly as she walked past me into the living room, dragging a luggage behind her. Wow, you finally decided to move in with me? Good decision. But only one bag? The amount of stuff you have would take an entire truck. She completely ignored me and placed her luggage on the couch before unzipping it. This is not for me, but for you, and I'm not moving in with you. Me? Yeah, you. This bag has some of the best dresses, a few heels, some accessories, and of course, makeup bag. All for you. My jaw dropped looking at all the stuff she had packed in that bag. Emma, I don't need it, and it's not even my birthday. Why do you suddenly want to gift me things? Darling, you are going on your first ever date, and that too with John Jungkook. You must look your best so that even Jungkook can't steal your spotlight. She patted my cheek and went back to take out the stuff from the bag. The person who was the most excited for this date was Emma, of course, apart from Jungkook. It hurt my heart that this happiness would be taken away soon when I would break out my plan to her, but I had to do it. I can't believe it. Two best friends dating two best friends. We will go on double dates. I think we should go on a trip together after semester exams. Good idea, right? Emma, don't bother. I'm not going. I announced in one breath and watched as her hands froze midway. She faced me with a very obvious confused look on her face. Don't tell me you're planning to stand him up. I bit my lower lip and looked away, avoiding her piercing gaze. From the corner of my eye, I watched her throwing the clothes in the bag and marching towards me. Are you insane? This is wrong, Ryan. Giving someone hopes and then shattering it? No, you are going. Now get ready. I fidgeted with my fingers in nervousness. Um, Emma, I planned something else for him. She shot her head towards me. My heart pounded in nervousness. She was probably not going to like what I was about to tell her. Shit, she's going to kill me. I was 5 minutes late for our date, thanks to the unexpected traffic. I quickly fixed my hair, glanced at my face. With the hope that she would like my attire, I stepped out and went inside the restaurant. I followed the manager to the table I had booked, with my fingers crossed, praying she would come. I low-key expected her to ditch me, but when I saw her sitting on her table, my happiness knew no bounds. She wore a green dress. Though her back was facing me, I could picture her annoyed expression. She would definitely snap at me for being late. I chuckled at my own thoughts, but then a sudden nervousness seeped within. It was my first date. What if I messed up? What if she threw wine at me and stormed off reciting I hate you? I was shocked. John Jungkook, was never the one to overthink. I made others nervous, not the other way around. But again, it was my Spitfire. She had her way to make me bend on my knees. I'm scared of the effect she has on me. She'll ruin me into pieces and I'll still want more. I'm a gone case. I shook my head and adjusted my suit, which I got tailor made for the date. With slow and nervous steps, I made my way towards the table. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Miss Spitfire. There was traffic. I swear I didn't do it intentionally. I instantly apologized before she could even get a chance to speak. But when I heard no curses, no creative insults, I looked up. The smile on my face slowly faltered when I saw someone else at a place. I had seen that girl in the campus. Still, Who was she? Miss, I think you are at the wrong table. She gave me a small, shy smile. I had the bad feeling about this. If she was another fangirl and was here to ruin my date, she would face my wrath. Hi, I'm Haya. Ryan sent me here on a blind date. I didn't know it would be you, Jungkook. I couldn't explain the hollowness I felt after hearing that. Also, she asked me to give you this. She handed me an envelope. I tore it open and unfolded the paper. As much as I wanted to tear it into pieces and throw it in the trash, I still decided to read it once. Hey, I know you must be disappointed or maybe angry that I didn't show up, but I sent her at my place. Haya is a nice girl and I heard she likes you a lot. I promise you'll like her. Enjoy your time and thank me later. My grip tightened on the paper. Who did she think she was to insult my efforts like this? I would have endured anything, every damn thing but this. I crumbled the paper in my fist and looked at the girl. I forced a small smile. It would be so wrong of me to vent my anger on someone who had nothing to do with it. Haya, thank you for coming, but I'm sorry. I don't feel the same for you. You deserve someone better. I tried my best to keep my anger in check. I pulled out my wallet and kept my card on the table. Please order yourself a nice meal, my treat. You can use it however you want. I'm sorry again, I'm really sorry. She looked confused, but took the card and shrugged her shoulders. Once I made sure she was comfortable there, I dashed out. You are doomed, Levian. Vian slumped on the couch, head clutched between her palms. Emma had left after giving a long lecture to her. Now that she sat alone in silence, she realized the weight of her actions. She squeezed her eyes shut, cursing herself for doing something without thinking about how it would affect Jungkook. She was still drowning in guilt when the incessant knocks on the front door jolted her up. She rushed to the door, and there he was, Jungkook. His hair disheveled, eyes red, face calm but blank. But deep down, Wine knew there was a huge storm brewing beneath that calm. The kind of storm that would destroy everything in one blow. Jungkook, his name left her tongue in a breathless whisper. She stepped back, giving him enough space to enter and then close the door. Before she could even turn to face him fully, his anger blew up. Who do you think I am, Wine? A womanizer? That's what you think about me? She flinched and slowly lifted her gaze to his face. He was breathing heavily, as if barely holding back his emotions. It was anger, disappointment, or maybe hurt. What were you thinking when you decided to send her? I want to know what made you think I would like this. Tell me. He exhaled sharply, locking eyes with her, but she lowered her gaze. She's a nice girl and she likes you. I thought you would like her. But she is not you, goddammit. Is it that hard to understand? He clenched his fist tightly till his knuckles turned white. If I wanted to go out with her, I would have asked her out, not you. How could you? He paused and took a deep breath. You know what? I expected you not to show up. I knew you would probably stand me up, and I was ready for that. I wouldn't have minded that, but this is the lowest you could stoop, Levi. She shot her head towards him. His words, as sharp as a knife, cut through her heart. It made her heart ache in a way like never before. But she deserved it, no? Why do you think I busted my ass for 6 months for a sport I don't even like? You think I was an egoistic man who wanted to win the match? She looked at his eyes, afraid of the truth that he was about to reveal. Unable to hold back his gaze, she looked away. It wasn't his gaze that scared her, but what stared back at her own reflection in his eyes, the after effects of her actions. I give zero to the match or whatever. I wanted to win the bet. This is the only way to ask you out for a date, but I guess I was putting my time and efforts on the wrong person. Her eyes welled up. The weight of her actions and his words lay heavy on her shoulders. Her knees felt weak, but she remained firm on her spot, unmoving, unblinking, and utterly silent. I'm sorry for troubling you, Miss Levine. I promise I won't bother you from now on. He spoke with a heavy heart, his eyes burning with the unshed tears. He bowed and walked past her, his shoulders brushing against her. As soon as he was out of the door, his emotions flew freely. The tears, the cries of heartbreak he had been holding back came rushing. Meanwhile, Vian sank to the floor as soon as the door slammed shut. She wanted to walk after him and scream apologies to him until she lost her voice. But her throat felt clogged. Her legs gave out whatever remaining strength she had. She took deep breaths, swallowing back the tears. She wouldn't cry. She never did. She rubbed her eyes harshly, wiping off the dampness before he could even leave her eyes. Though her heart felt heavy, the rim of her eyes burned. She didn't shed a single tear. For hours, she sat there on the floor, basking in the aftermath of the storm, collecting whatever remained after the destruction. But she realized there wasn't much left in her. He had already taken a piece of her away, leaving behind a void nothing could fill. And she had let him take it away, to chaos or to crumble. It was all his to do whatever he wanted. But was it over? Or it was just the beginning of something she wouldn't be able to keep up with? One thing was sure, the destruction could cost her a huge amount.